Hello everybody, welcome to a new playthrough of Golftopia. This is if Thrillville met golf courses. I think that's a fair assessment of things here. We're going to find out, we're going to learn a little bit more about this. We get to select a starting property and then I think build out this full island from here. Hilly, kind of help with things here. High trees. Let's go medium grass, maybe. I think I like this. We'll start with this map. The massive stuff, we'll see how that turns out, man. And I think we're going to do... Wow. I'll take time. Okay, yeah, let's not do that. Increase the size of your persistent golfer pool from 200 to 400. Golfers will have no special traits. I want them to have... Wait, I want them to have special traits. Machine works. Golfers never complain about holes being over-automated. I think everything off is fine. Let's keep it pretty standard. Start map. Welcome to your very own golf course. Despite what you may have heard, making a profitable golf course is difficult. The faster you build, the more problems you'll have to deal with. This isn't a race, and even a single hole golf course can turn a profit. Build up slowly, and be sure to read the advisory notifications when we see them. Good luck. Hey, so we decide kind of these different starting points, but right now we want to focus our attention on this area in the middle, which we have access to. So let's start by, I think, building. The clubhouse at the heart of the golf course. Every golfer will start and end their visit here. So we need to build a clubhouse first. Let's do that. Clubhouse, it'll start. Oh, do we have access to all these lands? Is that accurate? No, I don't think so. Yeah, property not owned. We only have this property. Okay. A lot of steep land. I like starting here, I think. This feels like a good home for it. Yeah, let's go here. Lovely. Build a golf tee. Alright. Let's put that guy right... I think right by the opening of the course makes sense, yeah? Okay, so we start here. Close needs tee. Okay, that's the tee. And the hole. So let's go pretty standard, I think. I kind of like drifting this way. I kind of love this, though. That's, like, so complicated, though. So many trees. I think let's just start, like, right here. I love that. That makes sense. You got this little water feature there. It's a little tricky. It's a little demanding. Let's get some fairway going. Love that. Paint some fairway. Just do some standard fairway here. No, let's undo that. I can't undo with the Z. Oh, I love a Control Z button, bro. In a game like this, it really does make a huge difference. Like I know you have games like Roller Coaster Tycoon, not Roller Coaster Tycoon. What's the name of it? Like Planet Coaster, that have that kind of ability. Okay, and then I want to get green, so we'll put it around this guy like this. Very basic, simple kind of hole here. Little cut rough on the outside. Little cut rough on the outside. I am a bit of a golfer. Not dramatically per se, but a little bit of a golfer. You'll say I do like the music this game. Yeah, pretty basic kind of hole here. Nothing too complicated. I'm gonna make a pretty, I would say, base level kind of course here. We don't need to like go too crazy. At least to start. I'll obviously add a few more things as I see fit. I'm gonna do some grass. I think that already is grass, basically, yeah. Basically, it's just covering some of the sand, I guess. Which feels like a wise decision. Okay, lovely. I think we're set there. Okay, lovely. Okay, that's a good first hole. So now we need to open this hole. How do we go about doing that? Course exit. Let's open the first hole. How do I do that? I'm still painting grass is the problem. Which is a little bit aggravating. Burn fairway. Repaint that. And then how do I open you? My property path. So how do I click out of... There we go. And then we want to open. Open. Clubhouse ready to be opened. Cool. Let's do it. Open. Yeah, that's fine. We got one hole. Why not? Okay. So now we need a course exit. We don't need a course exit. We can now go to course 2. So I think we do another T. We could do it... I think I like this. Right? I think I like that. Look at this little overshot here. I love the look of this. And then like a nice little hole like right here, or even like, no, I like that one right there. I like that. Little hole here. So this looks very fun, man. I'm very excited for this. I like it a little bit by these trees, like right over this area maybe. Lovely. And then again, not a very complex course necessarily. We now need to just paint some goodies. So what's wrong with this course right now? You can open it. Yeah, length too high. I'm not quite sure what that means. Like it's too long of a hole, maybe. I like a longer course. We'll say I do like a longer course. The goal is you got to hit this fairway, and we want just regular fairway. Yes. So let's do that. Let's do that. Might be too much fairway I'm giving. Where's green? There's green. Okay, lovely. Lovely bit of green here. I do want to destroy these, I want to destroy things. Forgive me, I'm learning stuff here, obviously. Like, I don't know how to get rid of this tree, necessarily. I don't know if there's a way to. Nature props? Can I, like, remove it? Yeah, demolish nature. Okay, great. Oh my gosh, that's dramatic, bro. Jesus. That's dramatic, man. That's dramatic. I'm glad I chose massive, by the way, because, like, bro, this game is not that intense. It's like a fairly like unintensive game. We made no income yet, which is a little saddening. We do want to, I think, deal with the trees. Also, do we want to deal with the trees? Not really. And we want to make a little tee box here, so we'll do this. Sort of like a commencement of sorts. And I think that's hole 2 done. And some very basic holes right now if you look at them. Like, just a nice long little guy here. They come in on a spaceship. That's pretty cool. I like that. I now want to make the 3rd hole. which I think is going to... I haven't made a lot of room for the third hole yet. I could go like this into like this area. I don't think it's bad necessarily. It's a little bit of a trek this way though. Make a path to like just confirm like, hey, you're gonna be okay. You're gonna make this. You know what I mean? You can make it. And then have a golfer fish a hole of golf. That was my first achievement. Very nice. Let's go firm fairway. Let's make another tee. Lovely. And then the goal here is we want to get to this area down here. So we'll do a hole right down this way. I think that feels right. It's gonna be a pretty basic hole, I think. We'll do a little bit of greenery. Like so. And then we're gonna do a little bit of fairway. Like so. Not a ton. And the rest is gonna be a little bit of rough. A little bit of roughage. A little bit of roughage here. Okay. I think that's a nice little hole. Nothing too convoluted. The goal is you gotta hit it that way, right? We'll see if people end up doing that. That feels makeable though, yeah? Maybe. It's a tricky shot. Tricky hole, man. But I think we can do it. Closed. No warning signs. Balanced golf difficulty. Why are you upset? I don't care. Probably should care. What's going on, man? Why is he upset? My ball's in a bad spot. It's too dark. There's no good place for my ball to land. Oh my gosh, why are you playing down here, bro? You're just bad at golf then, man. Become a good golfer. Jeez, you're awful. Okay, so their length is just really bad. I need to move this. Can I adjust this, like where this is? Can I move it? Or no? I wish I could move it. Oh, I don't think I can, though. Can I close it and then move it? Maybe not. That sucks. I wish I could. I think we're gonna demolish it then. That sucks. But we do need to. We need to move it up more like this, right? But then they're still gonna hit there? Is that really accurate? Then we'll make more fairway. I guess we'll abide by what they need. Whatever, man. Okay. Now, reopen this. Should be a little bit nicer. Now this hole right here. Let's take a look at this one. See how you swing on this hole. He looks happy. Oh, you're awful. Oh, you're actually terrible at golf. Why are you even like thinking that's a good idea? Like, brother, what the fuck is going on? Getting punched. Why are you punching each other? Why are you doing this? You can't make this shot, dude. I guess you can't. They're really bad golfers, huh? Okay, you gotta kind of keep this in mind here. You need like a little like bootleg here, I suppose. That's a little bit nicer. It's too dark, bro. Grow up. Jesus. Oh, it's just gonna be me complaining a lot about just how bad everyone is at golf. Okay, get rid of this tree too. And then do more fairway. Actually so disappointed at how bad they are at golfing, bro. And we'll do that, I think. Yeah, maybe. This hill is kind of brutal, dude. We'll have to lower this a bit, I think. My friend is freaking out. Can you hit that? I don't think you can hit that is the problem. Raise terrain. And flatten it. Now we should have land. Is that accurate? Okay, yes. I think that's as wise as we can make this. Ground types, fairway. This whole thing will be fairway. And you just gotta figure out where to go from there. Yeah, fair. I love this long course here. This feels really nice. Okay. Everyone else is doing fine. This tree area is kind of brutal, man. I'm not gonna lie. Let's get rid of some of these trees. We get rid of anything that's like in the fairway itself. Probably. But I like this little natural hill. That's a little heavy. Maybe just a slight lowering of the terrain here. Let's see how that looks. I think that looks nicer. Yeah. Much more scenic. Oh, that guy's on fire. Let's go with more fairway. Here. And then we're gonna go rough here. Lovely. I don't know, who are you? Drone? I think they're like the groundskeepers or something. Okay, this feels better. That feels better. Now here, they are actually able to shoot, I think. That feels good. And then here, it's gotten much better. It has gotten much better. Okay, very nice. I'm making some level of... It's overlay on and on and on. And the fun part of this, and you might have actually seen this a little bit as we were kind of previewing things. John's so upset. Why is John upset? You're so tired. I guess he probably does need like a pathway here. I think more paths would be handy dandy. So let's do that. I think we'll do a path kind of along the rough here. Maybe like up to the hole. And then I also want to have it kind of extend out like this so that it's not getting in the way of the golf. Yes. The music in this game is kind of fire, dude. I'm not even gonna lie. Kind of fire. Okay, that's too much. It's a little too much. This needs to flatten. So let's lower this. That. I'm gonna save that. And then I'm gonna flatten this a bit. We'll see how that looks. Not great. Still not very good. Yeah, I don't know. I don't quite know. Also, the rock in the way is kind of crazy. Kind of a crazy premise. Maybe we do like along this way instead. Like, let's do go back to path, and then we do like this maybe. That feels good-ish. Then we delete the dirt. I mean, you can also just cut ahead here, which feels a little bit wiser. So let's do that. And then we can get rid of this for grace. Lovely. So we still aren't turning a profit, but we definitely are making much more money than we were. I also don't like this path. I think we prefer like a, again, just to keep it shorter. You know what I mean? Keep it much shorter. It feels like a fair path. We need to get rid of the nature here too. Okay, let's do that. That feels fine. Gosh, I will say it's still kind of steep. We probably need to flatten it a little bit more. Like this, I think, feels ideal. And then I think we save that. That's a little bit nicer. It's still a little bit crazy, but I kind of like it being a little bit crazy for now. Who knows? I might change how this looks a little bit down the road, but for now I think it's okay. This is too steep, maybe. Okay, it's still a trek, but they can make it. They can make do, and then we need to find. Gosh, that's such a steep drop. There really is no way to cure that, is there? I don't think there is. You go like around, maybe? Almost. I don't want to save this one. They can't undo is the problem. That's the annoying bit. If there's an undo key, this game would be a 10 out of 10. Straight up. Like, that's such a game changer for this type of thing. Little undo shortcut. I think all the holes are going quite well, though. I do think that they are going quite well, which is very nice. Who's angry? Craig's angry. Why is Craig angry? He's tired and it's dark. Okay, so I think we need to focus on lighting fixtures. Where can I look for that? Decorations, potentially? Lighting. Like, buildings probably isn't it. Wouldn't hurt, I don't think. Utility. I saw a laser turret, and I'm a little curious. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little curious. How do I update lighting? I'm not sure. Maybe there's a way to upgrade this, though? I saw that notice. Costs 4,000. Okay, so I can upgrade the max holes by doing that. That's cool. I don't have that access yet. Where do I get lighting? I don't think I can. Because they're all complaining it's very dark. Maybe just like a few of these details are actually important too. I think some benches are also quite warranted. Let's see how this is facing. This faces this way. So I think you'd want it to like overlook. Yeah, probably. No, you probably want to see like... E does rotate. Okay, nice. I think you'd want to see like this, maybe. There's not a lot of great rotational tools. I don't mind this. I don't love it, but like, it's fine. So which way are they facing? They face out this way? What's the view like? Pretty bad. Let's change that. Okay, we need to change this. Dude, why are you so tired? Grow up. So I still don't know which way this bench actually faces. They then face this way? Is that how that works? No, they're facing this way. But I think that's actually fine. Because they're like with their friends or whatever. So like they're, you know, chatting it up. I think that's fair. Ball washer. I don't have mud or sand traps really, so that's fine. We're getting tired, so I wonder if there's like a good snack machine I can do. Or drink machine. Reduce boredom? But it doesn't increase like tiredness or whatever. Feels interesting. Let's see what the footbridge is all about. I don't think there's enough goodies. You need like a very small... You can increase the height though. I wonder if there's a very small like water segment we can consider here for the footbridge. Probably not. Invalid location. Looks like it's like for very small. No, you can just do it here if you wanted to. A small point to bridge. Small point-to-point bridge used for small hops over water, ditches, or small cliffs. There's no such thing as a small cliff on this course. Dude, this green is diabolical, by the way. Any actual golfers see that? Like, my gosh, that's crazy, actually. Okay, I don't know what needs to be footbridge. I don't think anything, to be honest. I think I would like to see a snack machine, potentially after hole 2. Maybe like right around here. But not in the way of the game, of course. Like right here, I think is valid. Yeah. Then we need to path it up a little bit. So let's go boom. Like that. That feels right. And then look at that. And they're gonna go purchasing a snack here. Very nice. I also want to get a trash can, which is here, I think. No. Yeah, a little trash can too. I think that makes sense to have on the same kind of area. No, probably. I think so. See how that feels. Why are you mad, Maya? Why do you suck? Yeah, punch him. Punch him. Punch him. Hell yeah. Violence. Violence. Okay, so why are they mad at hole 3? Because they're tired. Get better, dude. You're awful. You're happy that you hit a ball in the water, man. Why? Why are you happy about this? Goodness, you psychos. Okay, I think they're too bad at golf to make this hole make sense. So I think we do need to flatten it a little bit more. I think we need to flatten it like right here. Maybe like that, yeah? I think that feels a little bit nicer. And then we will save this. We are removing a nature, but that's okay. And then we're going to give them just a little bit more wiggle room because, bro, they are struggling on this hole, man. They're just all hitting it in the water. They're going to be here forever if they don't actually get a chance at doing this. Okay, that feels right. Oh, you can set the ground types to not be painted over, so you avoid painting over stuff that you don't want to paint over. That's a very fun idea. I do like that. I do like that a lot, actually. There's a lot going on in this game I really enjoy. I'll be honest. There's some thematic builds you can do around fountains and whatnot. Oh, this is very relaxing. I very much like this game. I very much like this game right now, I will say. It is definitely scratching that itch. And I keep pointing this out, but I have yet to even, like, do it. I just want to do a practice run. So, here I am. Do I actually get to play, or am I just, like, out on the field, like, doing my thing? I think I might just be doing my thing. Also edit the manager, I think. And we'll just go with our name. Let's just spill my energy drink. Pale is the sun. Wish I had white here. I'll go green. I'll go orange. I'll go more green. And then I'll go 70 probably. We're gonna go... That's fine. Like that. The beard is quite off. I'll go glasses. And then we'll go like that head shape. I like it. There I am. Look at me go. I'm getting ready to golf here. I gotta wait for these folks, I think, to get out of here. I will also say we need like a little like fun little thing here, I think. The modern art arch. I don't mind the look. And I don't mind the placement either. I got like this the most. Oh, I need to get the feet this way. Oh, it doesn't matter. I like that. They come from in here and then they go in. Like, you know what I mean? When you... It's like when you enter the field. I'll click here to focus. You do golf! Oh, that's cool, man. You do get to golf. Okay, so you actually get to test out the courses you make. Very fun. Okay. You do and you don't. Like, yes, you... Yeah, I mean, you do. You do. Let's be real. You do. This wasn't needed in this game. They do have it. I do like it, being there. This is vicious, bro. This hill is vicious. I would like... What's the par on this hole? Okay. Noisy construction. What? Yeah, I'm building. Can I golf again? Those are blocking golfer. These three are in the way. There's a lot of really cool systems at play in this game, dude. I truly like wholeheartedly. I think there's like another like golf architect game out there recently. This has like the extra zaniness of being a video game that I really appreciate. I'm excited for. But we'll see. I might play both. Like, I do love golf games as well. Like, obviously, we've talked about my love for golf in general, or at least I played golf before, and I still like playing golf, all that fun stuff. But yeah, I mean, we also gotta figure out how to get money off this holes, dude. Yeah, the amount of waiting per hole here, it's a lot, dude. I'll be honest. Like, they're still blocking, apparently. How? I don't know. How are they still blocking, dude? Is it because it's like a par, like, not a par 5 or something? I'm just a little confused by this hole. Mainly just par. I don't think I can. Must be closed to do a par calculation. Yeah, you get pissed because you don't get to golf at all, really. Just gotta wait for these people. Also costing us so much money right now. This feels impossible. I think this hill needs to go, actually. The weeds are super blooming. Uh-oh. Look how they have to get back. Okay, that might be a problem too. I might need like a get to the end or get back to the start kind of thing at the end, because the way that they have to go all the way back from 3 is kind of bad. Obviously, you want the last hole to kind of loop back to the starting zone. Okay. And we're gonna do that. Okay, not bad. Oh, I have to putt it too. Okay, putt's automatic. Nice. What is that, a par? Now we're waiting for Edith, Lola, and Ashley. Okay. Nola's... so yeah, the fact that they have to walk this far to get back is kind of crazy. I think we do need to, at least for the time being, find that building. Wire your course up with transport tubes to zip your golfers and workers around at ludicrous speeds. So I think that's kind of the way to... Here's lights. Okay. Cost $350 for just one. Okay, so after hole 3, I want people to be able to be like, hey, okay, you're done with hole 3. Now get out of here, bro. Can I bring them all the way back to main? No. Can I bring them close? Not really. Okay. I think we actually just demolished it then. I'm getting ready to swing. This hole is brutal, but we can do it. gosh. Okay, this is actually a problem because now they're blocking. Oh, but they're actually golfing. So why was it letting me almost golf there for a second? It's kind of funny. Yeah, I gotta figure out this situation. I don't know if I have a clean solution outside of just redoing the whole thing. I don't need to learn about making a good hole. I don't need to learn about this. Okay, this one, I do need to mess with the terrain a little bit. We will flatten this a little bit more. It's just because it's a little too tough, man. It's a little too tough. I think I like this, and then let's accept that. That feels a little bit nicer. It's still a little tricky, but it's not as miserable. I'll say that much. Definitely some strategies you can utilize there. Golly, what are you doing here, bud? We're still blocked? Miserable. Yeah, this is still problematic, dude. Especially because after 3, they had to go past... They had to go, like, into 2. It's just problematic. I think I do need to build that specific thing, dude. Because if I don't, like, it's just gonna greatly affect this whole course, dude. At least to get around 2. Gosh, okay, so those are too far. So we kind of need, like... this, maybe? I don't mind this. I think this is actually a little bit quicker, because then they can go around, like, this way. If we flatten terrain a little bit. Right over here. Okay, lovely. And now... where am I? Let's go. This hill is awful, dude. That hill looks terrible. Okay, let's do that. I think I like that. It's a little bit nicer now, yeah. Jim and Will, you're gonna get hit by this ball. Deal with it. Yeah, I'm mad when people are freaking out. Oh, I just hit the guy with my glove. I hit him with the ball. Let's go. Oh my gosh, this game's awesome. I love this game. That's so funny, bro. Just hit him with my ball and hit him with my glove. That's so good. Look, I gotta get off this course. I gotta make money. That's incredible. Holy. Great swing. Look at me. Okay, very nice. Now I need to wait on this hole. This hole looks pretty good. I've done a little optimization for this one. This green is a little unfair. Might just do this. Just to... oh, I can't do anything with the hole, though. So do not want to funnel on the hole. I think that's fine, then. We'll live with that. This is still a little tricky because we need to flatten it. But I don't know how to exactly. I think it's like this. It's maybe the way. That feels manageable. If a little bit... spooky. I think that's fine. And then... cool. accept that. And then we need to redo this path too. So we definitely fucked up a little bit of this. And then I think that's kind of bad. Kind of bad. Smooth terrain maybe? Let's try this. Let's see what this looks like. This actually might be a fine tool. This might be a better tool than what I was using, honestly. Love terrain builders, by the way, man. Love me a good terrain builder. Let's see. I don't think this will work. It will. Okay, very nice. Then we want this to go around here. Lovely. So now people can actually, like, get out of here. Feels fun. I actually don't know if I like that one. I don't think I do. I think I prefer... I do prefer this. So I need to get the terrain ladder over here. And then we can save that. It's just removing some nature, which is okay. And then, ooh, that's not gonna work, is it? My gosh, it does. Then we want... I don't want that long of a stretch, actually. I want... a little bit looser. The music in this game is so good, dude. Holy shit. It's so good, man. Actually insane. Did not need to go nearly as hard as it is. Whoever made this music, they deserve a just so, like, such a famous career in composing, dude. Incredible. Like, retro, like, old school game vibe. I absolutely love it. Fits the game perfectly. Fits it absolutely perfectly. Now, is this a safety issue? I think absolutely. Do I care? Absolutely not. You know what I mean? I just absolutely do not care, really. That should do us good. And then the pathing. That looks great. I think you just cut this one off a little bit at the knees. We can. Lovely. And then path. And then more grass. Okay, let's get ready to shoot. This music is so good, bro. So this path is not good because it doesn't connect to the hole at all. But it is good in that I like it. In that I like it. I might need to adjust it, though. I might need to go this way. Debatable. It's definitely debatable. I could also make a path this way. Which still feels fair. And could it connect over here, maybe? Definitely could. I don't mind the idea. I think we can roll with that. And just make that path a little bit nicer. The music here is just so good, dude. It reminds me a lot of Ben Prunty. For anyone who played like FTL and stuff. Definitely gives the same vibe. I think Ben did a little bit better, but let me still say that I don't think he did it a ton better. I think this is still really, really lovely music. So I'm a fan. I'm a huge fan. Yeah, if you ever need good, like, spacey music, Ben Prunty, bro, he's beyond FTL. He's made so many great soundtracks and just good albums in general. So definitely give him a go if you like this type of music. I highly recommend. So yeah, light is important. I did find the light button. Ah, dang it. Sam is thirsty. So we have the snacks. We don't have drinks. I do think that a drink station next to the food station does make sense. So let's do that. And we got the trash can. All lovely stuff there. Yeah, I think in love with this game. And I've done such a bad job too to start. I will say hole 4, I don't even know, bro. I might have to like kill hole 3 to then get hole 4. It's $800 for this is a problem. But we can put a restroom like here. Because this connects both to the end with how people walk, but also connects on the first hole in case you're like, yo, I actually accidentally needed to go to the restroom right now. Like, boom. You have the option. Lighting. Lighting is important. Let's go right here with the lights. Let's go... I think right here with the light feels valid. And then I think right here with the light feels valid. Love it. Okay, so that's a little bit brighter. I'm hoping. Maybe one more light like here could do well. And then any lights on hole 1 that are needed. I think so. I think right here honestly feels quite nice. Okay. Maybe it's a little too early. I don't know. All right. I think we're good to kind of fast forward a little bit in time. Festering weed hives. What the hell is this? Health very high. What is that, bro? How do I deal with that? How do I deal with this? Focus camera. Okay, how do I... Oh, it costs 300. Let's do that. Oh, property's not owned. What? Oh, well then why do I care? How much does property cost? Only 500, but the issue is I need to upgrade my thing for more holes. I only have 3 holes right now. That's not bad. I might actually buy this to then loop back this way a little bit cleaner. Or I just delete some of the holes, which also is quite likely. I wish I could see, like, data on the holes. Complaint overview. It's kind of all over the place. Oh, when someone complains, it leaves weeds. Okay. Transport tubes are already being worked up. Traffic jams. Long-term golfer care. Full difficulty. Okay. A lot of different things. Fall landing overview. That feels fine. This water hazard might be a little dangerous. Who might not like that? So what are the complaints, though? I wish I could, like, view them. Like, why are you mad, Mason? Tired. They're just all very tired. So do I need like another bench or something? Like when they leave, they get really tired. What gives people less tiredness? These are like all of these little fun course things. I wonder if there's anything. Some prestige items, some skill boosters. I don't know why people are so tired all the time. What? I guess just all the walking, maybe? I mean, it's a lot of walking. I get it. Your orbital power is full. What the hell are these powers from? I'm just reading some of these. I'm like, what? What? Okay, I don't know how to fix tiredness. I don't know how to fix tiredness entirely. It's just because, like, this is, like, not, like, fully, like, clean. Like, Rachel, you're not that tired. Your destination's so far away on hole 3. Haley, how do you feel? That is. Okay, so that's the big issue, is that from hole 3 back to the clubhouse is insane. I think we just kill hole 3. I think we just kill hole 3. And I think what we do is we demolish the whole thing. And we start anew here. And we get people back. Although I will say I'm so far still. But we can make this a little bit nicer. We can say, look, let's do T3 right here. Yeah. And then we have all this hilly area. The hole goes right here. Fair? I think fair. And then more fairway. So let's do fairway from here to here. We also want to level this ground a little bit. A little bit of a flatten. Yeah. Good. Save it. And then I just want to smooth it out a little bit. Smidgen, just a smidgen. Too bad. Okay. And then I think we're good there. Let's see what that looks like. That feels reasonable. Feels reasonable. I need this area just a little bit more flat. Like that. A little chode-like. A little chode-like. That's okay. It's okay. That's always the best golf courses. We now need just fairway. And then we need some greenery. We actually need to demolish this because we need to crush this to be in line with everything else. Lovely. I like it being a little dome as well. It feels nice. Maybe just a little less here. And then we also need to find space for this to be less intrusive, so to speak. If that feels fair, yeah. I think so. That feels fair. Okay, lovely. We accept those changes. 5 nature's gone, but that's okay. We then need the green, which could be like this section here. We need the hole, which can be this section here. Let's put it actually right there. And then we need a bit more fairway. So let's go all the way to the green. Lovely. And then that's good. That feels good. And then we need a little firm fairway for our tee box. Which I like there. We can do some grass or maybe some rough actually. Around. So if you miss, you're in some trouble. Lovely. And then a bit more green here like this. Fantastic. That's much better. This is a much better hole. So now we can undo green. Let's get toggle open. We're also gonna make some pathways this way. We are going to, I think, remove this because this hole is getting retired. Just was not working out as well as I may have hoped. I'm not sure how to get around this without flattening, so we'll flatten a little bit. That feels pretty fine. Ah, I don't love that. Okay, so higher. That feels as good as we can get, maybe, and then maybe just shrink it a bit. Like so. Okay, perfect. Fantastic, and then I think we smooth it out. Make sure that we are, again, as crispy clean as possible here. It feels good. Okay. And then I'd like to get this smooth too. Lovely. I will also smooth out a lot of other things here too, to be fair. Let's try to just get a little bit more playability here. A bit less steepness, but we can avoid it. So people aren't accidentally walking on it, you know what I mean? You don't want people accidentally walking on this stuff. I much prefer they... Like that one, that's your fault if you walk into that, you know what I mean? Okay, lovely. Accept those changes. Lovely. Okay, this looks like a fine course. We now need to go to paths. I know I have an alert, by the way. I did see that. I do need to get the path going all the way, though. So we need this around this way, like that. And then, like so. Need to break some nature. So let's do that. Let me get the path going. Fantastic. Okay, that looks good. We now need to also delete these, which sucks, but it's true. So there's no reason to have them anymore. Can't move it. Okay, that is actually quite nice. Let's do that. Or can we not? Maybe we can. Okay, that's fine. Keep this as a relic, but these also need to get destroyed, yes? I don't think there's a way to move them. And then I would like to move snack counters here. Over automated holes 1. Over automated? What does that mean? Over automated? What do you mean by over automated? Low challenge, maybe? Golf difficulty over. Oh, I understand. So I need to make some hazards here. Okay. Let's focus on that right now, I think, then. Sand traps. Let's get some sand traps going. Let's do... Lower the size, like 10. Get some sand traps going here. We do that. We also get a little bunker here. And then... Maybe one down here. And one up here. And we see how that sort of plays out. See if that adds a little bit more difficulty to things. Like that. Okay, that feels maybe a bit too challenging, potentially. We'll see how that goes. See how that goes. Okay, so over automation is something I gotta keep an eye on. It's good to know that. This path seems pretty good. It's a little bit bumpy, rocky road, but I don't mind it. A little bumpy, rocky road never hurt nobody. That's what I always say. No, I don't. I never said that in my life. Not once. Not once have I said that in my life. But that's a, I like that saying. I'm gonna keep that. We are good here. Let's do a little snackage in the in-between here, like so. Let's get a garbage can, like so. Let's get a snack machine, like so. I think all three make sense there at that little juncture. We're going to give a little bit more pathway too here, just to ensure that people feel comfortable walking there. Where is pathway? Right here. Dude, why are you mad? Weird. Strange man. Strange man. Okay. We have this here, which is suddenly a lot less useful. Is that accurate? I think it is. %56 filth. Last used 8.2 minutes ago. Okay, maybe people are using it then. Is that me again? Oh my gosh, what am I doing? There we go. Freak of nature. Absolute freak of nature. Okay, and then people are, I imagine, walking appropriately away. Yes. Okay, so this happiness, I'm sure, is going much higher. I can. I don't want to. They steal my money right now. I'm making negative $277. Need to be able to make more money somehow. Like, I just don't want to at the moment. I can't even make another hole if I wanted to, man. Like, oh, why would I want to do that? I will say I will extend this way, potentially. And then play in, like, this area. That might be the plan. So if I were to buy one, it would be this one. I'll do it. Why not? I'll do it. So 3 will eventually go this way, but I want to see this one go a little bit more the distance here. I do need some hazards on this one. I'm now realizing. We still have this festering weed hive. I don't know how to deal with that. I can't deal with that at the moment. I don't even own the property to do anything with it. So that's a little unfortunate, but hopefully we are fine in the long run. Crazy devices. Yeah, 1,000 for a mega loop is pretty brutal. It's pretty brutal. These are all... This is very cool, bro. I will say, there's a lot of fun little courses you could build with this stuff. I'm just kind of looking through the items here. Like, all these crazy devices could be some really fun antics in store. I don't know how to build more hazards outside of just making either water or sand traps. I think I will do a few sand traps here. I think we'll do one right here. Of course you're mad about it. I don't care. And we'll do one here. You're probably mad that I'm building on top of them right now. Which, honestly, valid. Nobody's gonna overshoot that. I think we do not over green or fairway. And we'll put it right here. Yep, in the sand. Let's go. Oh, but that hill is actually making that very easy. That's probably making that like the most like likely path, yeah? Probably. We might have flattened. No, 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 no. No, he's good. He's playing it right. We might flatten it just a smidge. Just a smidge. Down, actually. And I think that should do us okay. Good. Let's see if that looks better or worse. That looks... Now this is useless, though, is the thing. So we need to also lower this a little bit more. Oh, I don't love that. I don't hate it. I don't love it, though. I think we could also just do this, where we just extend this out a bit more. Like this. That might be a fine solution, to be honest with you. I think that's good. Okay. Still just the weeds thing. Can't deal with it. Not gonna sweat it at the moment. Let's get this view here. Yeah, that's it. Okay, we can't do anything about that, man. You don't own that side of the mountain yet. We are finally making profit! Oh my gosh, here we are! Actually making a profit. Why are you mad? I'm so tired, it's too dark, there's noisy construction. It's mainly the noisy construction, and also I do need lighting. That is a fair point. All these are fair points. Let's do one light here. The tree is definitely covering it. I think we just delete it immediately. And then we just move it so that it's like that. Okay. I also do another light here. Maybe place it right there. Feels nice. And then, I do think one more light here also just makes sense. Let's illuminate this path a little bit more so people know to walk it. And then I think we're better than we were. Yeah, I think we're okay. I think we're doing okay. Let's look at the complaints again. Let's see how people are feeling. Let's also clear out this path. I think it's ugly. Dirt. I would like to make that path a little bit cleaner. I also do want to do some terrain antics with smoothing. Where we can, of course. I do want this to be a little bit more walkable if possible. This is such a good song, bro. Like, what the hell? This guy went off, man, in making this music. I gotta find out who actually made it. Oh, it costs power. It doesn't cost money. I thought it cost money the whole time. Let's do that. Yeah, how do I use it? Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's go back to smoothing stuff. Let me know if you like this type of gameplay. I don't know. I mean, I'm just gonna do whatever I want on this channel. It's always been the nature. This is not anything I'm taking seriously in terms of, you know, can this be a career or what have you? Like, do not want, don't even want to do that. To be honest with you, this is just a side thing I do. So I'm gonna do whatever I want, like regardless. But it's a little hilly here. I don't think there's a way to avoid that, to be honest with you. Just that one can get a little smoothed out so that they're at least walking up this hill and like not feeling awful about it. I would like to fix this a little bit, just a little bit. I like it being the hill, but I'd like to also make them like a little path that isn't like that tiring. Because once we make this a 6-hole golf course, we're gonna need these to be a little less awful feeling, you know? Like, I still do like the mountain range here, but now there's like no like dark red at least, which feels good. Like, that's a little bit cleaner of a route, you know? And that can be done there. And then hole 3, they all go around it, which is great. That's the goal, you know what I mean? That's the goal. That's the goal now. And then, yeah, it's still clean relatively. I mean, it's a little mountainous of a course, absolutely. But I don't think it's a bad thing. Gives it some character. Gives it a little bit of charm and heart. And again, it's like mostly walkable. I think the key there is mostly walkable. We can do like a little bit of this. Just a little bit of that, and then can we smooth it out? So that it makes it a little less crazy. Yes and no. Because the T is right here, it's actually not terribly feasible, but it's better. Like, again, I'm improving it. I could also make this kind of a more easier wraparound, but I don't love that idea. If anything, I like it here a little bit. Or can you make it like this a little bit more walkable? Like, this actually feels a little more doable, to be honest with you. Yeah, let's do that. So now we at least have some level of walkability if someone chooses to go around like that. Wait, there's no way for me to actually fix this. Can do a little bit of a raise there, and then again, they can walk around if they need to. I do actually think I will make that a path, just so people have the option to accept the changes. I like all the changes I made. And then let's see if we can make this a path. I don't know if we can. We definitely can. Okay, very nice. Very nice. And now, is this shot still doable, or is it like a little too heavy? Might still be a little too heavy, man. Maybe just a smidge. So they have a little bit more hope, you know what I mean? I like it. Okay. I like it. This section's crazy, bro. This green is just crazy. I mean, maybe there's just no reason to make this green. Maybe just make it, like, rough. I think I should be more wise. Because, like, there's just no even, like, point in making this, like, reasonable. Unless I do, like, a flatten, and I just make this a little bit more consumable, like that. Is that better? Smooth it out. And then I think we see how we feel about that. I don't think I mind it. Okay. It's better.
Still Ranicate?
Still tricky, but better. This is still over automated. So people are still bumping into this. Okay. So, how do I fix this hole? Do I make water? Can I make water is maybe the better question. I don't even know if I can. Nature crops? I don't think I can. So because I can't, let's just go back to sand traps, I think. Like that, and then again, just make these a little more intrusive. How can we do that best? You know what I mean? Like that, maybe? Feels better. And maybe just add a crazy device like a... the boost pad, maybe? Right. I will say... this could work. And then I think one more boost pad. Dude, the cricket sound in with the beats, dude. The best part of this game is the sheer quality of music, dude. Holy. It's actually so nice. I'm out of cash. Oh my, I'm out of cash. Need some cash. Where's a big group of golfers here? I need money. I need money right now. Delightful. Okay. We do have to wait on this still, but good to know we're at least kind of on our way there. This music. Oh my gosh. It's insane. The cricket noise is it's just such a good idea, dude. How much money we're making in a day? Yesterday we went about even, and that's why I spent a lot of money already. I'm trying to think if I can fast forward or not. I think I can. I think we're good enough to where, like... So does this go where I want it to, or no? I'd like to test this hole. But I can also wait to see, like, how people play this. Why are you happy about that? You just messed up. I love coming to play golf. I better avoid the rough. The sand trap looks hard. My ball's in the fairway. Uber. I think we're mostly happy. The only people that are kind of mad with me are the people I stole money from, which I don't blame them. That's a good shot from him. I want to see someone use this. I do have to wait a little bit to see. I can fast forward, to be fair. I could do that. Let's do that. I do have a bad habit of not fast forwarding in games. I don't know if you noticed that yet. If you watch my channel enough, you probably have. if you're this far in the video, you probably have, at the very least. Okay, let's see somebody hit this. This little booster. I want to make sure that it lands people on the fairway. I don't know what the distance of it is. I don't think anybody's hitting it here. Okay, so that's bad. So that's bad, correct? So we need to rotate it a little bit more. Like that. And then we'll see how that goes. And also you can do the different launch force as well, which is very cool. Let's go high. Let's just go very high. Fuck it. So why are you mad? My ball's in the sand trap. Yeah, because you suck. Better golf, bro. Just don't hit this, man. Good shot. Good job, Daisy. I don't think Peter's hitting it. So I think the problem is that this is a little too, like... It's not in a good enough spot yet. I wish I could move it. Unfortunately, I can't. Because I'd like to move it, like, down here a little bit so that more people are, like, incentivized to use it. Use it. Ah, you missed, you loser. Sorry, that was rude. That was really rude. Come on, somebody. Somebody use it. At least she uses it now. That wasn't a use, right? I don't think it was. Okay, so I still don't think anybody's used it yet. I don't think anybody's gonna use that thing. I'll be honest. They're still pretty full on the tee here. There's people teeing up. I wanna give this skill injection to. Oh yeah. Look at that golfer, dude. Oh my gosh, what a gamer. Hit the thing! Hit the thing! Hit it! I want to see it be used and used right. Oh my gosh. Dang it. I do think one more light post here actually makes sense. I will build that here now. Like right here. Feels right. Maybe too close, too far on the way, actually. Rebuild to relocate. Oh, you can relocate it. Okay. No, but you still do lose the money. Okay. That's what I thought, to be honest. I've been losing so much money on just all these deletions and whatnot. Let's see unhappiness. I will say people really like this outside of this section for some reason. I wonder if people are mad about this area. We'll have to kind of like watch this, I suppose. That area people are getting a little mad. And then this area people get mad because of the water. And maybe, yeah, I don't know why here. Here feels a bit strange, I'll be honest. Just like too steep maybe? Maybe all the wilderness is like making it a little tricky. Let's give her some of the nature, I think. Hate to make people mad right now, but I don't care. So I'm really not mad, actually. Isn't that kind of funny how that works? Because they keep hitting the nature, maybe? Yeah, that might be what it is. And then I would like to have another fun thing here, but also I'm still need money to build more holes in general. So I'm going to hold off on that for a little bit. I do also think that... Also, I'm shocked how like slow the fast is, if that makes sense. Like, you can't just play this game on fast mode, to be honest with you. Gosh, hit it! Somebody hit it! D-Dun-Sook! Nobody's gonna hit it, I swear. Nobody's gonna hit it. Woe is me. I just want to see someone hit the boost paddle, man. Test it out, please. Now that I've fixed it, I think. Okay, one over automated hole. I wonder what that one is. Wait, why is this? One unused structure. Oh, yeah, then we can move this. Or just destroy it even. That's fine. This is still over-automated, huh? So people are still just not hitting the sand. Okay, interesting. So these sand traps are not enough. We need more sand. Need more sand. Let's do more sand. Maybe out this way. Then we'll see how people react to that. It's still such a big hole that like also need like that. That feels fun. That feels like tricky enough, yeah? Maybe? I don't know, man. Still struggling a bit with this first hole, dude. I don't even know if I like it that much. I'm trying to make it more fun with like these little things here. They don't even hit them anyway. So yeah, this first swing is like not dangerous at all. Let's do, I think, this. Just one giant sand trap. Okay, course. Achievements unlocked. That's cool. So suddenly this became fun, maybe? I don't know. Still over-automated, so I'm hoping that this fixes it a little bit. I still don't think they're going to hit it. Like, only bad golfers are gonna struggle on this hole. I'll be honest. Maybe we do like this. We just say fuck it. Suffer. Just suffer, dude. Because like, they're still not hitting it. Like, nobody's hitting this. Okay, that feels ridiculous in the best way. So, I think should be good, maybe. That might be a little too tricky now. What am I saying? These people are so insane. These golfers are goated, dude. Please. Please. Somebody mess up. Make me feel like this hole actually makes sense. The upkeep on this hole is probably insane, too. I might just have to delete it entirely. Nobody's using the restroom. Delete it. And then we can keep the light here, though. So still nobody's hitting the sand on this hole. I think we just delete it. But the thing is, 2 is so far away that, like, it's a very hard one to delete. Could do another crazy device, maybe. Like we do... We make good profit today, but that was solely because of the achievement. There's no other reason why. Yeah, they just do not miss, man. They just do not miss. It's kind of brutal. Maybe like a cut rough instead for some of this, just to be like, hey, look, we know. We understand that you guys are just goated golfers. I get it. We get it. Golly, I just don't know how to make this course harder. I don't want to make it harder, man. I can layer in like some crazy device or something stupid. I could do like a ball launcher over the sand. Is that valid? So like, how does that work? I don't fully understand how this works. I'd like to see. I think I want to play this hole. God, I missed that so badly. Who's blocking, bro? You're not gonna hit it that far, you psycho. Why do you think you're gonna hit it that far? Your ego is just insane, dude. You just missed that like by a mile. Okay, come on now. I want you to hit this. God, you suck. Okay, so it's not as dramatic as I was maybe hoping for. I want to just test it, like, if I can hit it, like, straight on the drive, like, how far it goes. Like, what's the dream here? Okay, not very far. So we need to convince people to go for this, but also make the sand trap less demanding, kind of thing. How does this work? I want to see how this works, too. I'm just the worst golfer here by a margin. Okay. Good. So that does give you a little bit extra room, which is nice. And then... You know what I could do? I could do... You're done golfing, bro. You're fine. I could do this. Either reduce it or even make it forced. You're not done golfing, bro. God, you suck. You're just the worst golfer ever, dude. Stroke 12. Awful. Grow up. I think what we want to do with this is sand trap it up. Make this all sands. Maybe do like some fairway. Kind of leading up, more or less. But we really want... I'm gonna do some rough here. Yeah. Okay, and then... Oh my gosh. That's funny, dude. We want a sand trap like over this that goes the length of the fairway, so that you are required... Oh, whoopsies, wrong fairway. So you are required to use the bumper. And it might be like even just like a little bit like wider. Like so. Let me make the strength of it. Ah. Fairway. We make the strength of it high. Or even very high. And we say, look, you gotta hit this. Let's try to go 50. And then I don't know if this will work entirely. Definitely has made the course tougher, which I like. Let's try this for one more time. In the meantime, we'll also watch these people try it. Okay, so that's not far enough. And or the sand trap is too far. It might need to be like this. And then... Okay, she hit it. I think that's just because she hit it regularly. I don't think she actually went anything crazy there. So that might be the better answer. I'm so sorry for you, by the way. Okay, let's see if we can get some progress here. Also, the other thing is like you have to line it up to where it bounces appropriately. Like we could do a second one next to it. That might not be a bad idea. Like so. And then we want to do same very high 50% that we had going, so that when we take a swing, we try to hit it. Mega wicket. We'll come back to this. The rest of these holes feel good level of difficulty. People are angry at this section, but I think, honestly, it's fine. I think the rest of this hole, though, is kind of boring. Like, what can we add that gives a little bit more fun to situation? We could do, like, little bumpies, but I don't really see the value of that. Okay, so let's try this. So I completely whiffed it, so we're going to swing backwards. And then we'll try it again. Okay, so that almost worked, but didn't. Let's try it again. Just want to see, like, this is actually, like, a successful proof of concept or not. No. So we need this to be much thinner. Ah, jeez, man, this is tricky. Did work, almost, but didn't. Okay, we need just a little bit thinner. Let's do a little bit fairway. Just a smidge. And then I want it to be a little more hilly. So let's go raise terrain. I'm gonna focus on the mountainous side of this as well. That feels good. So now the goal is to get it over the mountain versus distance on it, which I think is probably vital to fix that hole in future. Okay, that's fine. I mean, I hit a sand trap every time in this hole, but apparently people aren't. So that's a little frustrating. I think I'm just like the worst golfer in the world, to be honest with you. All my skills are terrible, though. I guess they have better skills than me. I mean, they're still hitting the thing is the problem. I want this to be a little more sandy up here. So if you miss it, like, you're going to struggle a little bit more, you know what I mean? I think that's the idea. And then I just need to make the strength, like, very, very high, like, all the way. And then we give them a little bit more grace with, like, fairways. So, like, if they land it far enough, they get a little bit of a wider fairway. I think that does make sense. The goal is to hit it onto this. Okay, that was an immediate failure. I mean, people are just better off not using these, is the problem. Like, it should be a massive payoff, and it's just not. It's just not even remotely a massive payoff. Like, unless I make this, like, way higher. But yeah, like... people are really just getting punished for using this. I think it's a bad idea. I like this a little bit more. Still don't love it, but I like it. Because it makes it a bit more of an obstacle, but we make more of this fairway, I think. Yeah. I mean, like, it just doesn't work, dude. Honestly, it just doesn't work. Do I just get rid of it? It just doesn't work. Like, I'm trying, man. I'm really trying. It just doesn't work. Like, there's nowhere for me to, like, make this work right now. Unless I do this, and I make more of this fairway. I mean, I just make it all fairway. And I just maybe make it a bigger mountain. I want to make more of this rough, too. So, like, you're all in rough now. Sorry. Too bad, so sad. And then we get a little bouncy guy. And we get a bigger mountain. I think that might be better. Like this. Ah, that might be too high. These are not miracle workers, to be fair. Let's try that. Thing is, though, like, people are still gonna just... Okay, that one did go over, and that had a huge benefit. You know what I mean? Like, that's really nice. Hell yeah. Okay, so that's not working. Then maybe we just make, like, this part of the mountain sand. So if you land on this, like, you're in Schitt's Creek, maybe? I want to raise it again just a little bit. That's maybe not possible. Lower just a smidge. And then I don't think where else I can add some more difficulty to this. So now that's a problem. We do need to lower this down a little bit. Again, I don't want people to get punished for using this. I want to reward people for using this. Instead of just doing that, like, yeah, no, this is illegal. This is illegal. This is illegal. Sorry. You suck. Life sucks. I think I buried somebody in that. Illegal. Illegal play. You need to get it over this mountain appropriately. 50-50. Let's make it 70. 70. And then I'm curious. Like, bad. Bad! Or was that a bad swing? No, but that's off the drive, though, is the thing. Like, off the drive, that should go. So maybe we need to make this peak a little easier, dude. Like, do we, like, flatten this a bit? And then flatten this a bit? And then raise just this very tiny section in the middle? So that it makes more of a valley shape. See, I don't think that's enough. I think that's a little too... thing. Okay, let's try that. Maybe. It probably won't work, to be honest. So the sand trap is now officially just awful. Try smoothing this a little bit. Okay. Now it looks like the snow fort from SpongeBob. I like it. I don't love the sand, though. I'd like this to be sand on this right side. Yeah, I'd like to make that sand. I don't want people to feel like they need to go around this on the right. I don't like that idea. Yes. Bad, though. You missed it, you loser. Why are you missing? Okay, this is suddenly problematic. Golly. I don't even know. I don't even know, man. Let's try that. And then we make sand on the right. Love it. You're terrible. Oh, yeah, man. I don't know. I think right now... Yes! Dubs! That crazy gadget looks fun. Yes, it does. You suck. You suck. You're so bad. You're so bad at golf. Okay, I don't know how to make this one work. I think we just get rid of it. Goodbye. Goodbye. I don't know how to make it work. I don't know how to make it work. We're going to completely flatten this. Just go back to where we were, at least with this for a little bit. Except... just water. Maybe it's just water, dude. Maybe water was the only answer we need. I just drowned somebody, I think. I think I just drowned somebody. And then we need them to learn that they need to hit it over the water fixture. Smooth this out a little bit. Love it. And then a bit more fairway there where we can. I don't want this, though. I want rough on the outside. So you gotta hit it over the water. Okay, that's fine. Let's just roll with that. That'll have to do. And then we'll probably need another light fixture by the water. Could say right there. A little excessive, maybe. But I think that hole is now officially better. I still don't know, though. Like, this definitely feels like a very avoidable water fixture. That is how you make water, which is good to know. Okay, you went right. This is supposed to still all super automated? Now it's high difficulty. Okay, so maybe now it's bad. We'll see. I actually think this is solvable and not that terrible. Where? Right there, bro? Oh, yeah. I'll give you one more light, dude. That's it, I swear. This is actually it. Okay. We are making good bank right now, I will say. As soon as I remove those stupid bumpers, we're actually in a really good spot. Crazy devices. I just did crazy devices, bro. Okay, this one looks cool. I will say there's a lot of potential here, man. There's a lot of potential. I need to figure it out. I do need to figure it out. That's fun. I could do one here, too, in theory. I think we do it. I think we do it. Ring of Fire looks fun. Hell yeah. Now, is that hittable? So I missed it. Still missed it. Still missed it. I want to hit this hole. Okay. That was unfortunate. That's pretty unfortunate. Jeez, nightmare. Jeez, nightmare. You're awful, bro. Okay, well this is fun. I like this little ring of fire. I think you're punished for going for it though, is that accurate? What's the alerts? Unused structure 1. It's lights. It's unused, so we can just get rid of it. Okay. And then just this hive I still can't deal with, so that's fine. Not worried about it. Should I be? Probably. Let's get some skilled golfers here. Let's go with these guys over here. They seem like fun golfers here that can do a good job. Everyone's super skilled now. Okay. That seems pretty good. So we can also do... Because there is grounds upkeep for those holes, and they don't even, like, exist right now. I think we can just delete them in their entirety, so that we aren't worrying about the upkeep cost. Fair, fair. I think beyond fair. Okay. Good, good, good. I would like to make a restroom. I think that's important. Where do we put it is the question. I could put it right here. I probably gotta flatten the land first, though. Oh, Jesus. Let's do that, and then we're gonna smooth it out, too. Also, it is wet right now, so it's probably bad. Okay, that feels good. And then restroom. I wish I could do like more like granular kind of rotations here. I will say that. It's a little frustrating to not be able to, but I think fine overall. And then let's get a light fixture here so people can see that this is a restroom, and then we'll get a little bit more pathing to ensure that this is fully accessible here. Love it. More than you know. There's no water there, right? Yeah, no, we're good. It's a little bit crooked here. I want this to be a little bit smoother. I think that's fine. Maybe not. That's okay. This arch is awesome. I don't know if it's actually doing anything. It probably isn't, but it's fine. Get better at golf, man. Come on. I suck. So this one's still automated? No, it's balanced. We're fine. Okay, people like it, I think. Why is it too dark? Here it's too dark? Brother, how many lights do you guys need? Just see, dude. It's not that tricky. Just, like, actually use your eyeballs. Whatever. That's fair, I guess. I gotta respond to the people, man. I gotta respond to the people. Yeah, too. Now here I need some more fun. I will say, I do need some more fun in this hole. I mean, the inverted loops seem fun. I could do some fans. I could do some fans. We do a second fan here. Like so. And we might need to delete this. And also rotate it just a smidge like that. And then also delete you. And then I think another sand trap could be fun. I don't know if I love that actually. I don't think I do. Don't think I do. I think I like this. I don't fully know how much these would be used necessarily. So the intensity is just crazy, dude. Let's go higher. Smooth it out a little bit. The goal is to get this fan to actually be working properly. Which I don't know if it does or doesn't. Maybe it does. Not quite. Yeah, not quite. It's not like... I don't think it's working very well, actually. Like, maybe it's like super subtle or something? Oh, you can lower the height, okay. Lower or raise the height, rather. Let's see if Noah can use this, maybe. Seemed like he did. He's happy about it. Why? I don't know. Let's do that. 40% attractiveness. 40% attractiveness. Yeah, I don't know if the fans are doing anything. For now, we'll keep them, but not positive. Not positive that's the right excitement we needed for this course, but for now it's fine. We'll go fairway. Okay, very lovely. And any complaints of note? So there's a lot of complaints on this hole specifically. And a lot of complaints here still. I don't know how to make this more fun. Maybe decoration? Could we do some decorations maybe? Large flower garden. Could be a nice little fixture. Keep folks a little happier in this area where we can. I also think, yeah, more fairway here could be fair. Be a fair request. That could be a fair request. I don't mind the idea. And then I do like the boost pad, but it costs a lot. That's the problem. A mega wicket could be fun. Let's go for that. I want to make the strength a little bit stronger. Be very high, and then do you like that? Let's go crazy gadgets. People love the mega wickets, bro. They love the mega wickets. And then I like the idea of a bumper. I want to get it towards the hole is the problem. We could do like this. Does that work? Boom, boom. Does that work? I want to see. This one would be a little bit lower bump force, I think. It feels a little goofy. No? Yeah, it feels stupid. Feels stupid. Don't like it. Don't like it one bit. I don't love this. But I would like more up here, right? I think 2 is fine. And then I would like wider path here so that we can facilitate all of these goodies. Good. And then we're good there. Let's see the difficulties here. Hole 1, balanced difficulty. I love that. Hole 2, high difficulty, very low lighting. Okay, we need to up our lighting game here then. Start with that. Let's do a few more lights here as well, where we can. That one's just in a tree, honestly. That's a little bit of a mistake. Let's get rid of you, and then we're good. And then... one more there. Fantastic. It's a little bit brighter now. Difficulty is still very high is the problem. And like it's very high solely because of this water fixture here. And I think because we increased the fairway, it actually might be a little bit easier now to land on fairway here versus drop early. So it might make it actually a bit too easy. Which is interesting. It's worth at least exploring. It's worth at least exploring, I think. I do think it's worth considering this. If you miss the wicket, you have to deal with some sand. That actually feels quite rewarding, I think. And then I do think another sand trap like here could be beneficial. Just to add some difficulty without adding a ton of upkeep. I also think we can maybe reduce some of the fairway here in general. Like, let's just call a spade here, and let's do rough across the way for a lot of this, because we don't need as wide of a width. People aren't even using it anyway. So like, give people like a more difficulty here to mess up on the journey. That feels valid. Feels valid. It still feels fairly safe though. Let's do a little bit more even. Like so. Okay, that feels good. I'd like to interrupt something a little bit with a sand trap. Can we get this to kind of bootleg in a little bit? Potentially. That actually makes a lot of sense. And then I also like the idea of punishing those criminals. What? I don't know why I said that. New award, hole 1 hydro. I wonder why it's called hydro. Water hazard, maybe? Seems like there's a lot of water hazard there. This one feels a lot more water hazardy. We do have enough money to upgrade our starting area, so I think that is worth doing. There's apparently a sand trap back here? No, there's not. Let's get an upgrade. Next hole 6, driving range, putting green, lawn, mortar, decorative light, and course exit. Your golf course is profitable, and you're now considered a 1-star course. You may now build up to 6 holes as you expand your course. Be sure to keep your golfers fed, hydrated, and comfortable. Use trans tubes to allow your golfers to traverse your growing course with ease. Driving range, putting green, lawn, mortar, decorative light, and course exit. Okay. Lovely. Cole updated their membership. Cole, thank you. That's so sweet. I think we kill 3. Or we make 3 6. You know what I mean? Like, I think we make 3 6. And we work our way... but the issue is, I think I told myself that I was going to go this way. Is that correct? It is. So I do actually think we reinvent this course. We play around here for a few. I think for now we keep all this going. The only difference is we make this course 4 and this course 3. So we do like a little like playful, no, I actually think we do. Yeah, people really like this 3-hole course, man. I will say it's a nice little trifecta. The issue now, man, it's gonna be difficult because I need to find a way to get back again within the course duration. This is my favorite song, by the way. This song's so good. In terms of this game, at least. Not my favorite song of all time, but in terms of this game, it's my favorite. How am I going to do this? Let's actually slow down the time a little bit here. Because I want to think. I really want... Gosh, I wish I had done something different with what I bought. A lot of good upgrades here. This is really fun. I like this. Everyone's happy. Nobody's too sad. I'm trying to think how we can get this to work with this. I don't want people overlapping on holes is the problem. Now we could make this hole... We could make a hole 3 around here. Like in this area, and then bring it back to here for 4. But that feels a little silly, no? We have all this room to play with. What if we make 2 here, 3 here, 4 here, 5 here, 6 here? That feels a little bit better, honestly, to make this the next launching point for 2. I actually like that idea a lot more. I think we will do that. So let's do golf structures T, and then we need a nice destination. I love the Stonehenge-y kind of decor here. I really do. I think here is like a perfect starting spot. So I think we do that, and I think we connect. Also, I wish I could change that. Can I change the number at all, or no? Is that not possible? Who needs T? Can I change? I don't think I can. Is the problem? I can't change the number. It is. I can't change 2 to 3, right? Change play order. You can. Okay. So we did. I think we had to close the hole for that. Maybe. Yeah. Okay. It must be closed. But that actually makes a lot of sense. So we can do that, which I think is what we're going to end up doing here. We need to get this flatter, so we'll do a flattened terrain around here to get this just a little bit nicer. We are going to delete that as well to just make sure that we are on the same page. Also, I don't like these changes. I want something a little less dramatic. Like, I still want to retain the height of this, which is kind of tricky to do, realistically. It's like impossible necessarily, but it's definitely a little tricky. That's how I would put it. That might do it though, more or less. That might do it. I think that does do it. Okay. Yeah, it does. So perfect. Now we just need a pathway. What's out of stock? Oh, you are out of stock. Let's resupply. And then pathway. It feels doable. Feels doable, so we will do that. Make that. So we'll do firm here. Once we just do fairway here, I think it does. Okay. I'm doing all my T's wrong then. It wants to blend in with this. Okay, that's fine. We can do that. We can do that moving forward. No biggie. No worries. I don't mind the change. Okay, where do we want to play to? We want to play, I think, to here. Nah. Maybe. I mean, I'd like to have a bit of space. But also I want to make it, like, fairly, like, constrained here. We have 3 holes to play with, right? And we need to loop back around, so I don't mind a shorter hole. I don't. It could give room for some nice little tech as well. I don't mind a shorter hole. I think we can do that, and it feels like okay. Yeah, I don't mind it. Go green. And then, key thing, get some fairways going. I don't think we need fairway here. We can just keep this rough. Even grass at this point. Nobody's gonna hit that. Okay. Lovely. And now we need to get some tech. We need to get some tech. I love the idea of just crazy bumpers. As annoying as it probably is. I think I like the idea of this a bit more, though, to be fair. Like, can we do a crazy thing where we're like bumper into bumper, so it goes boom. Don't know if that's in the right location, to be honest. I mean, it's fun, I suppose, but it's not exactly where I want it to be. I don't know how to get these to work, actually. Let me just think about this for a second. I know I'm wasting money, but like this is worth it because I need to figure this out. We want the big one, which is this is the big one. So we need it like this, so it hits this, and then goes up. Right? Does that make sense? That's kind of the intention here. So we hit this for it to then go up. Right? I think that makes sense. And then bump force massive, attractiveness low, and then we need attractiveness high, not all the way, like pretty high, like 70%. Bump force high, so that it goes. Can I test this or no? This hole. So it doesn't quite work the way I was hoping for. Let's try that. Can I redo the test? Let's see. Almost. This force is off now. Let's try it again. Try it again. Boom, boom, boom. And then half of them don't go in the fairway. But we can just extend the fairway out a little bit, and that feels fine. Yeah. That feels fine. Right, and then we can add some sandies. We're gonna mud ball. We do a mud ball. Little mud ball. I like a mud ball. I like a mud ball. Let's delete these. And then more mud. More mud, more mud, more mud. You want to paint over this fairway here. It's a little bit filthy. Okay, perfect. So yeah, the goal is hit this, or else you're going to end up in Big Mud Town, which is not fun. You don't want to be in Mud Town here. Don't want to be in Mud Town. Let's try it again. We also want to delete all of these bushes. They're getting in the way. That's good golfing. We want to paint over that with some fairway. Feels fair. We're getting a lot of upgrades to the passes, which is very, very nice. We don't want to open this one just yet. Is the thing. You know, the upkeep is high, so So we kind of do want it to go, but also we can't connect it very well until we at least get hole 5 done. We can connect hole 6, I think, and then we can make that 5 temporarily while we make another one here. That feels like a good idea, I think. So we could play around the idea of 5 going from here to maybe either this little dome. I don't mind the idea of the dome, honestly. Here, I think here to here a little bit more, though, right? I think so. So then we would have here to here, and then you start the next one on by the water, though. Maybe. Tricky. It's a tricky little bitch, this one, because I don't know where you'd start hole 5. Probably here. You'd probably start it there. So you'd probably go like, you finish 4, you walk your way up to 5. We need to flatten a little bit. I want to keep the little height. I like the feeling of height in golf. I really do. I think it's an important feeling to keep captured where you can. We now want to do this into path. We want the path to be like this. And we want it to be around here. Ah, it's bad. We'll fix that. It's fine. We're gonna have to add rough and stuff anyway, so it's okay. And then we need to add rough anyway, so it's fine. We can manage that. And then we need this path again to be updated. There's a little bit in the rough. I'm okay with that. And we can even say, let's just do dirt. Don't paint over path. That should do just fine. Okay, lovely. And then hole 5, do a very brief little thing here. The goal is to hit it in this little hole here. I think we can aim for it to be, honestly, right, maybe right here. But I like this hole is the problem. I do like this hole. We keep the hole. And then we do hole 6. Tee off from next to the water fixture. Nice little natural landmark for us. And then we get it back. Gotta get it back. So this could be a longer one. It's very long. That's very, very long is the problem. I like it connecting here in a weird way. I think we do need to do a little bit of construction around the terrain here, though, to make this work. I don't mind this. I like this a little bit more, I think. It has a thread of water. Yeah, I like that a lot, actually. Little long, for sure. But I don't mind it being a little long, you know? I don't mind that at all. Flatten this out a fair bit. Except that for now, I just want to see it. So it's still a pretty long hole, but it's not like miserable. You know what I mean? Key thing is we need to build this one out because we need to make sure that we have this hole available to be the kind of that hole 5. Well, we can't just make both real quick as well, and just have it all moving and grooving. Create a green going. It's gonna be very basic for the time being. I'm okay with that idea. Actually, I think we actually need to move this hole. I think we need to move it like closer to the water, so it's a bigger threat here. I do like that idea. It's going to be a little frustrating for people, but I'm okay with that. I'm actually quite okay with that. I'll be so real. And then let's do some nature. Honestly, do I care? I think for now I don't care. I think for now I want to just have it working and have it going. And then we just want to connect the path here, and then we should be good. Lovely. Lovely, 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 lovely. Get a nice connected path. We're going to smooth all this out very soon as well, to make sure we're all on the same page there. Lovely. And then hole 5, we just need to finish it real quick. We at least need a bit more landing zone. Not a ton. Again, these can be a little bad to start. We're going to edit them a bit more here as we go, but I do just want to at least get these holes going so we can make some money. Which again, we made a lot already, so like we're not like in a bad spot by any means, but definitely the more upkeep we have, the more we want to make money off these courses. We also need to monetize them by more kind of snack zones and whatnot. We do need that. Okay, I think that looks good. Also give this a little bit more of a landing zone. It's, again, it's a little bit hollow at the moment. A little bit hollow. This one's not difficult up until the very end, which I don't love in a golf course. So you're kind of just like auto-playing it until it becomes interesting, which I don't love. Don't love that. That's good. And then we need to find out... I need a little bit more fairway, I think. A little bit more. We need to find out now how we can... I also cut off all that path, which really sucks, but the life we live sometimes, man. Sometimes that's just the life we end up living. This is going to get cut off, so we do need to flatten that. Love that. Let's do that, I think. And then we'll make it a little hilly there. So that should be as good as we can get it. Let's accept that. Let's accept those changes. And then a path away, and a path away. Is Anne Hathaway still relevant? Like, what's Anne up to, man? What's Anne up to these days? What is Anne up to these days? I do want to keep these natural rock formations. I do want to remove, however, this bush. Oh, we got rid of one of the rock formations, but that's fine. No sweat. No sweat. Good there. That meets up with that pretty nicely. It's a little bit of a trek up the mountain. I can see if I can make this a little bit flatter. Let's make this a little bit more accommodating. I think that actually does work. Let me smooth this out a little bit too to make this a little bit nicer. A little more accommodating now, which is nice. It's kind of the goal there. Okay, lovely. We need to smooth out some of these roads too. And a lot of walking people are doing here, so we need to make sure that people are able to walk it properly. This path does not connect 5 to 6. I would like this to be a little bit more walkable between 5 and 6. So I think we do something like this. Feels fair. And then this guy, we need to get a little bit more, again, available for traversal. So let's do that. And then I think the rest of that actually should be fine. So let's do a path. Path. From 5 to 6. I like this kind of being the journey that people take. Get going, get going, get going. And then they make their way to 6. Looping around, looping around. That should do us good, I think. In fact, I know it will do us good. We want to add some fun goodies here. So let's go with... I also think a ball washer is important for the mud. So if you do hit the mud, you're at least not trapped with a annoying muddy ball. We then have 5, which we can include a crazy device for. I like the idea of a mega loop. If you hit it, you know, you feel really good about yourself. Can lower the height. The idea of this feels feasible. Feels feasible, right? And then we want to add some sand and or some water potentially. If we could do like a little river here. I don't actually mind the idea of making this a bit more of an interplay here. I do like the idea. So now we just get a full river kind of flowing to this area. I don't mind it. Now that is admittedly a bit brutal in terms of depth. Do I care? Not necessarily. You know what I mean? Like, not necessarily. I do and I don't. You know what I mean? Let's see what it looks like. Oh, that's so lovely, actually. No, I like that a lot. It's a little bit funky. It's a little bit wackadoo, but I don't mind it. I don't mind it, bro. Like, figure it out. You know what I mean? Let's see if we can do some smoothing, though. Just to make that a little bit more comfy. Now, I do want this to be a little lower. Make sure we keep the river the whole way through. But make it a little bit more of a smoother transition. So then we just need to do a little bit lower here. Lovely. Okay, I think that covers us as well as possible. And we still have a path that semi-works. We can edit the path a little bit here. I'm not worried about that. Path. Lovely. Let's get that going. Okay. And now I think we're set to open all these up. So let's do that. Let's do... We need the change the order. So let's change the order. We need to close it down to change the order. So we'll do that super briefly. 2 and 3 need to both close. Because we then need to change the order of these holes to be... hole 2. Hole 3. So we'll edit play order for hole 3. We'll edit the play order for hole 4. Edit for 5. Right here. And then we are editing for 6 right here. And then everything else gets opened. Okay. Open everything. Open everything. Open everything up now. The public is ready for all of these new holes to be explored. Let's get to going. Let's get to going. We can edit that one, but we have the connector back, which is really what I was looking for. Yeah, the fact that you can make... like, I'm definitely making some of these holes a little bit too... what's the word? Too long, I guess. But the fact that there's an option to say, like, hey, I'm going to make a 64-hole course. Like, a what? A what? My gosh. Actually insane. Very feasible on the massive map, I will say. Like 6 holes per... You basically have 3 holes per section. So it's going to be 9, 12, 15, 18. So we still have 3 sections left. So, yeah, I mean, feasibly it makes sense. I do understand why that is the kind of the option there. We do want to add a restroom. Do we want 2 restrooms? 2 restrooms? I don't think we actually need to. I think a bench is nice, though. So we can put a bench on 3. Right there. And they're looking out this way. Pretty awful view. I think this view's a little bit nicer, so maybe we just rotate it. Can't rotate it. Garbage. One of these days I will remember which way this looks. Okay, this is still a bad view, but a little bit nicer. You're just like talking to your friends or whatever. Or we have... I'd like to get a snack machine up soon. I think we actually put all this here. Snack machine, Garbaggio, drink machine, and the bench. And then we make this just like a little like play area. Area of play. I like it. Do we need a restroom here? It's possible. Because the restrooms are all the way on 6. Which is kind of far. Maybe a restroom here actually makes sense. Like, can we do a utility, public building, restroom? Here, maybe? And then again, make this a little bit wider of a path. Doesn't feel like a bad idea. So then you have that option if you need it there, or you also have the option later. We also need a ton of lighting. I think we'll just do, let's do some decorative ones to start. Seems fun. Does this actually mean lighting or no? Okay, so it can be customized and it is a little bit nicer. We will roll with that then. Let's cost a fair bit is the problem. I like one here for sure. I also like one by the restroom, so we'll do that. Okay, I want one here. Okay, I want one on the course here. And then, yes, we lost money, but we spent a lot of it on goodies, so I'm not too concerned about it. And I think we want one more on the course, like maybe here. Make that very clear, like that's kind of where you're trying to hit. Here's how people are playing on this specifically. He's not even hitting it, that's fair. You know, I might not have good enough golfers yet to even make use of this. Yeah, I'm losing money today. That kind of sucks. Yeah, my golfers might not be good enough for this yet. Like, it might be too far. Does that make sense? Like, maybe a boost panel here actually would make sense here. Like my little boosters here. I think a boost panel actually would make a lot of sense, because then you get boom, boom, boom. And it makes it a little bit shorter of a shot to where you can't hit it. Don't have money. Never mind. Let's steal some money, bro. And let's find one more group of suckers to rob. Give me your money, thank you. And now we can build that little boost panel here, which I think makes sense. Again, we're gonna do into it. High launch force, high attraction. We're gonna make this somewhat high attraction. So the main goal is hit this, and then you're able to launch into that, which I don't actually think it's fully hitting at the right angle. I think that's actually slightly better. Boom, boom. It should work. I think it should work. I don't know though for a fact. I kind of want to see somebody get it. No. They're all hitting this side, which is not great. Okay. Less attractive to this. Because if you miss the booster, you probably don't even hit it. Also, I think the mud is bad. Like, it's just not really doing much for me. Like, maybe more, maybe less mud here. You know what I mean? Less mud here. And then more mud, like, over here, maybe? To punish people for hitting that area? Potentially. Need a path. Continue on there. Okay. Yeah, why are they going this way? That's annoying. I don't know if this works or not. It totally fucking does, man. Yeah, this launch is sadly at max, so we can't get it to go any further, but... Oh, I want that to be perfect to work, man. I'm still happy about it, but I'm not. We want to rotate this just a smidge. Like that, maybe? It needs to hit more of it when it can. It still needs to be enough to where I think that'll hit most of the time. Most of the time. It's not going to be perfect by any means. I also don't like this being here, because it definitely is possible that it hits that, and I'd prefer it not to. I think that's probably more fair. Feels more fair. Okay, I want somebody to hit this, boom, boom, boom. And sadly it doesn't get to the hole. I also think some mud here is worth exploring. Are you mad because I did that to you? Probably. I don't blame you, to be honest. It's a little messed up. Just build a barrier there. Okay, let's see how the other holes are going. So this hole is about hitting it through the ring of fire, looking swaggy, and then what is the kind of the obstacle here? Do a little bit of a lower here. Do a little bit of a lower here. And then just again, a very dangerous hole. Award revoked for hole 5? Why? Master of Gadgetry no longer applies. Is there something wrong with the gadgets here? You're no longer working. Oh, it's not being used. Oh, okay, then just get rid of it. This is being used? 14 minutes ago? Okay, so this one is being used. That one was not. Okay. What are these weeds coming along, bro? It's still okay. I mean, like, we don't have access to this, so, like, it's fine. Unused structure 1. This light's not being used. Okay, let's get rid of it then. I don't think we need to be any conflict about that. Don't need to be complex about that at all. I think that's where the old restroom was, yeah. Probably. So we're still at negative expense. I wonder why. Groundskeeping is 1,300. Are there any sand traps that just aren't being hit that we can get rid of? Like, I think we can probably get rid of some of the sand to save some money. Right? Like, probably. Let's make this rough, actually. Why couldn't we just make it grass? In theory, some of this can be grass. Like, nobody's actually hitting it up this hill. It's just not really possible. We can save some money there for sure. This is also very doable. Don't paint over the path. Let's make this grassy again. We just want to trim savings wherever we can here, right? Yeah, we don't need all this rough. We do not need all this rough, and this doesn't need to be rough either. Nobody's gonna hit this. Nobody's gonna hit this. Just save on a little bit of cash here. All this can go to... And none of this needs to be rough. Let's just kind of apply the same logic to other things where we can. None of this is going to be used. None of this up here is going to be needed. We're good there. Okay, I think we're fine. A little bit nicer. We're keeping the upkeep a little bit down. It's not actually going down a ton, to be fair. Like, there might be too many sand traps that just aren't necessary. Like, I think this one's kind of bad. I don't know if we necessarily need this one. I do think we need some roughage, though. Maybe just a little less. Let's go with the 10 size. And then we just do that. We rough it up a little bit, but not a ton, and the rest is grass. Feels good. Okay, and then same kind of idea here. Don't necessarily need rough in some of these areas where it's just not likely to get hit. Good. Let's go back to the holes we just made and do the same kind of idea. Like, nothing's gonna hit up here. I do like this area being a bit more sandy, though. Or dirt, rather. Nothing's gonna get hit up here, so we're fine with that. We're even fine with this, to be honest with you. We don't need a lot of that. I want a little bit here, but not a ton. Just a little graze of it. But again, we don't really need it too bad. It feels fine. And then... more dirt, I think, is the answer here. Don't paint over anything, honestly. But yeah, don't paint over that. Don't paint over the rough either. Just paint over the grass there. Okay. Here we have hole 3, which is very plain. But I think that's fine. I think that's intentional in a lot of ways. I don't think we need to do a whole lot with this hole. This is a very low maintenance course. We have this guy, which is, I think, fine. There might be a little too much rough. But also, I don't think there is. I think it's actually fine. Okay, I think that's as good as we're going to get here. Yeah, some of these are pretty low maintenance. The high maintenance ones like this one, like, can we make some of these not? Bunkers? Yes and no. I think no. I actually like this hole a lot. I think this is one of the big moneymaker holes. We're going to start with height. which I always think is important. Our upkeep is still outweighing our thing, and a lot of it's just groundskeeping. I think we got to get rid of some of these bunkers. I do think, or at least like minimally shorten them. This cannot be grass. Oh, this is already grass. Okay, more grass then. I think also some of the issue is that there's just very wide fairways. I think this one's needed, to be fair, to make it a little more fair. Let's do fairway here, actually. To make it a bit more fair, I do think it's needed there. I don't think we need... This is grass, right? It's not grass. Okay, so this could be grass to a certain extent. Yeah, it's not all grass. Okay, we don't need a very wide rough. A little rough is okay. I don't think we need a very wide one. Let's do that. And then I think this can also probably be gone. Keep it just super trite where we can. Small pits here and there. Symbolize danger, but not necessarily worry so much about getting in the way of things here. Okay, that feels better. A little trim is good, but not like a ton needed necessarily. Jeez, I'm such a douche. I'm such a douche, man. Oh, it's so disappointing how douchey my character is. Let's keep going with this. We don't rough here. I mean, we rough here for sure. I want a little bit of rough on this edge. Not a lot. Like, that's perfect. That's perfect. And then this side, I don't think anyone's gonna hit this side. If they do, they suck. So I'm not worried about it. This bunker did get hit, which is nice. This one, I think, might be a little too silly. Like, I don't know if it's necessarily needed, but we'll keep it for now. And that's good, that's good. I'm just looking for every little place where there's some optimization to be made. Like, I think here's probably some optimization. So we have grass, although I want to do dirt instead of grass for this area. And I think we can optimize just a smidge on some of these roughs. Don't paint over... cover up, please. Yeah, I think we can do a little something like this. Don't think anyone's hitting that. I think if you hit the dirt bunker, you're probably not hitting the rough. Let's be honest here. Okay. Good, and then this is probably like not necessary. Then you seem pretty good. This is probably not needed. That is needed though, and then I think that's probably not needed either. This is definitely not needed. I don't know if this is grass or rough necessarily. I don't think it's rough actually. I think it is just grass. Yeah, it was just grass. Okay. And this one's too thick. Like, you don't need any of this. Nobody's gonna miss this. If they do, they're problematic. They don't belong on this golf course. Okay, lovely. I do think that should cover us nicely. Okay. I like this area to be a little more dirty and rugged. Don't need this to be that thin either. Go, or that thick rather. Go a little bit thinner on that. A little bit thinner on that. Nothing here needed. Grass wise, that's fine. This is obviously fine. No, nobody's gonna hit past the path. Hit past the path here. We're just getting past the path. And just a little bit thinner on some of these. Not perfect, but look, we gotta make some money, man. You know what I mean? Gotta make some money. So we'll get rid of some of these greens too. Don't think we'll need that much space. Let's make things a little bit more here. I think we need to be a little more strict with some of these greens. Like this is not gonna be used. Okay. That's not gonna be used. This is probably not going to be used, so we can change, I guess, to rough. And we're saving about 100 on upkeep, which is not bad. Grounds upkeep, that is. Not great, but it's better than where it was. I think overall we saved about 2,000. Is this needed? Is anyone hitting this? I don't think anyone's hitting this, I'll be honest. I think we can just make this rough. I don't think the sand trail's a problem, and I do think we can make some of this rough grass, like so. That feels fair. I think more grass here. Just cut down where we can on some of these costs. Nobody's gonna hit this. I think that's fine. I think that's okay. I think we're all set. I think that's as condensed as we can make this. We can get to 1,000. We can get to 1,000. Let's get to 1,000 real quick. We just want to be as efficient as we can with some of these decisions. Oh, we want this to be dirt. Apologies. Apologies. We do not want grass here. We want dirt here. More than grass, at least. That feels fine. Feels fine. Okay, I think we're below 1,000. That was the goal at the end of the day. We're below 1,000 on the grounds upkeep. That feels really good. We're getting some good memberships, so that feels really solid. We're about to steal some people's lunch money. More hives. That's fine. I'm not worried about that. Okay. Don't care about that at all. Steal some more people's lunch money. Give me your money, thank you. And we'll also make some of these guys super skilled. Let's go with these three. They're ready to go at least. There's a bit of a waiting period to this hole, which I don't love. Definitely stalling things out a little bit. But there's a nice little decor here and whatnot, so it's not the end of the world. So wait for all 5 of these people to go. They're all in there, nice. Okay, very cool. Very rad, very cool. I think that puts us at a pretty good spot, all things considered. You have the driving range and the putting greens. Okay, interesting. So you can make a driving range here. Can we just shoot it out this way? It feels bad to put it out the path. Oh, that feels fun, but a little bit weary. I don't know. You could put it like, it should be by the house, right? Or it should be by the starting range. Yeah, we can just do it here. Don't have cash. But we're making a lot of income today, so that feels really good. Okay, that's gonna do it for Golftopia, man. I love this game. I'm a huge fan. We're gonna play more of it for sure. In the very near future, because I do love this game a lot. I really, really do. There's a lot of fun management tools here. feels very well polished. A lot of cool little formulas going on. So yeah, overall, just fantastic stuff. I'm a fan. I'm a big fan. If you're a fan, let me know. I would love to play more of this game. Oh my gosh, the weed population thing is actually a little concerning. Especially as we just don't own this and we have no way to really get to this very soon. See, the next one costs 5,000. So, and then the price is gonna go up and up and up. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But in the meantime, thank you for watching. This has been Golftopia. Man, I can get stuck in this game for hours, dude. It's been 3, and I could play for 3 more if I really wanted to. But I will call it quits for now. I will come back to this though. This has been a ton of fun, and yeah, I look forward to making more golf holes, optimizing, and just managing this a bit more. If you like more management games, let me know. I do love management. Dribble Off the Rails is a game that I still do want to play at some point very, very soon. So I will jump on that in the near future. But for now, I think we'll end here. Thanks for watching. Peace out.